gonna do now is basically just give a absolute basic introduction to riding Supermoto. We're gonna do that with our BRAP acronym, and BRAP is gonna stand for brakes, ass, push. So as you come in, you get to your brake markers, you're gonna get hard on the brakes. You're gonna be doing 90% front, 10% rear. Now, if you're coming into the turn and you're sliding around the rear, most likely it's not because you're a badass that's backing it in. Most likely it's because you're using too much rear brake. So I've come in, I've gotten hard on the brakes. I'm gonna do all my downshifting at once. So unlike a sport bike where you're gonna kick it down, you know, rev match, kick it down, and all that rev matchy, wacky stuff, here you're gonna be doing all your braking and downshifting at once. It's gonna allow you to brake a lot harder and a lot later. And as far as rev matching, in a way you kind of rev match, but because by the time you've let the clutch out, you've already slowed down so much that you actually are rev matched. So as you come in, you're on the gas, coming up on the brakes, you're gonna get hard on the brakes, 2 kicks, you're gonna let the clutch out relatively fast. Now these bikes do allow pretty aggressive trail braking up to the apex. So I've come in, hard on the brakes, 2 kicks down. As far as letting out the clutch, I don't just dump the clutch. These don't have slipper clutches in them. And you don't just like really milk it out nice and slow. I usually think of it as like a slow dump, maybe like a second to a second and a half to let out the clutch. So I've come in, this pretty much covers the braking. Come in, brakes, 90-10, bam, bam, off the clutch, off the brakes. Next one is A. A is gonna stand for ass. So as I've come in, got on the brakes, move one butt cheek to the top. You guys are gonna have to consciously do this. You know, if you're coming from a sport bike background, you're gonna have to consciously do this as you go into the turn. You're gonna have to tell yourself to move one cheek over to the top. And next up, P is gonna stand for push. You're gonna be pushing on the inside bar, looking through the turn, and then you'll simply apply throttle when you have traction for the throttle to go through. So in review, brakes, ass, push. Now, when you guys first get out there, go ahead and just say this as you approach the turn. Go ahead and come up to the turn and go brakes, ass, push. Coming up to the next one, brakes, ass, push, okay?
Ain't got nothing else to do.